Hey folks, this is All Things Tech, and in this video I'm showing you how to replace your battery on an iPhone 6 or iPhone 6S. A lot of people are having problems with battery replacements, and so I've just bought this kit here. It cost me £16.99, which is about $23, $24. It comes with everything that you needed included, and it's very, very straightforward to do, and it's much better than obviously trying to replace your whole phone, and you'll get a lot longer battery life out of it. So if you have noticed that your battery is running down very quickly, or getting very hot, then it might be time for a new battery. First thing you need to do, folks, is power off your device. And then we're going to use the pentalobe screwdriver, which will undo the two screws just where the battery lightning port is. So take those out. The next stage is going to be using the suction cap to lift the screen off, and then we've got the little device here which will just pry the screen away from the actual housing. It does take a little bit of force, but once you've got it at the bottom, make sure again you're doing it but from the lightning end. But when you do pull it back, it will lift off fairly easily, and then you can use the little plastic device just to run around the rest of the screen and get that screen removed. Okay, so the next stage is we're going to remove the top of the screen, and so therefore we need to remove the digitizer, the home button extension cable, the LCD flex cable, and the front-facing camera cable. You use the Phillips screwdriver. They're very, very small screws. But I do recommend that you've got a box and maybe put them into sections if you're not familiar with doing this. I've done this a few times, and so therefore I'm pretty au fait with what screws that we need to use. But if you have sectioned box with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then each of these different steps you can make sure that you're getting the right screws in the right section, so that when you do put the machine back together, it will work fine. Okay, so those are now removed, and so we're going to just lift off the cables that are connecting it, and that will detach the main screen, as you can see. The next stage is we're going to be removing the battery connector and the housing which is just above that. So again, it's the Phillips screwdriver. There's just 2 screws this time, and you need to remove those and then take the actual casing off of the top. And once the casing's off the top, you can just unconnect the battery. Now the battery is glued in, so there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can either use a bit of force, which is what I'm going to do, or you can actually gently heat the back of this phone so that the glue actually starts to melt. But if you do prise it through, you can just lift it off like so, and it will come off fairly easily. But if you do struggle, just use a hairdryer or something like that, and that will loosen the glue, and it means that you'll be able to lift the battery out fairly easily. So once the screen's out, you just need to put in a couple of adhesive strips, which is going to basically just keep the new battery in place. Glue those in, and then we're ready for the new battery to go in. So that just places just like so. So it actually almost looks like it's going upside down, but you can see where the battery connector is, and so all you need to do is place it in and then reconnect the battery. Okay, so once that's done, what you need to do is, well, what I always do actually is just reconnect the cables and then turn the machine on so that you can see whether it's firing up or not. There have been several times I've done this in the past where I've put it all back together again, and then for some reason I've not reconnected one of the cables and it's not worked, so that's really frustrating. So once you've done all that, all you need to do is put the phone back together, follow the steps that you did originally, making sure you're using the right screws in the right compartments. Put the casing on and then close the screen. Close the screen from the top of the screen first. There's a little lip, and there you go, guys. You've got a brand new battery in your iPhone, and hopefully you'll have a lot more time using it without it getting hot or running down and draining to nothing. Thanks for watching this video, folks. Please subscribe and watch my other videos. If there's any questions about this, leave a comment in the box below. Thanks again.